I just watched the new Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4 trailer, and I was impressed. I was impressed with how divisive this game is, how controversial, how daring. They did something daring. Where Battlefield chose to be as apolitical as possible, they went straight into the politics. Okay, what did they do that upset people so much? Here's what the dev said. Okay, every feature, every decision needs to feel authentic to what Modern Warfare is, and that includes cosmetics and collabs. So goodbye Fortnite skins, goodbye all the TikTok dances, all the Fortnite cartoony style things where you can see a guy glowing from the other end of the map, and you can snipe him. You get sniped because your skins are too colorful. Enough of that. The Gen Z, I'm sick and tired of those styles. So I'm very happy that Call of Duty is going back to that original sort of outfit where you actually feel like you're on a real battlefield. You're actually feeling there's some stakes involved. It's not an unserious monetization. Just buy this outfit to dab on this guy that you just shot and you dance on his body. Enough of that. Enough with the dances. Enough with the Fortnite skins. But what is this game? It takes place in North Korea of all places. And people are saying that that's so controversial. It's very controversial because that whole conflict with North Korea and South Korea has been bubbling for decades. And I can predict that it can reach some type of endpoint in the next few years. Like a war with North Korea and South Korea could actually occur, and that would be devastating for America. It would be, just don't even talk about what's going to happen to the American economy. It's going to be Vietnam 2.0 probably. And at the same time, are we going way too close? Are we hitting way too close to home with this game, with Modern Warfare? Now, think about Modern Warfare, the trailer when it came out a few years ago. It's probably 10 years ago at this point, where you had the trailer and it was so revolutionary. You can see the transhumanism, people putting on limbs and robotic limbs, and they are exceeding their limitations. Medicine has reached a new point, and that trailer basically shows that we lose control of AI. And now we're in that stage. Isn't that revolutionary, guys? Isn't that exactly what happened? They predicted it so well. Then we had Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. And there we had robotics. We had a villain who was very understandable. And it was, again, like a prediction of the current conflicts that we have. Okay? All of that. Very good prediction. Now this feels like Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4 is they're just looking at the next few months or next few years. At this point, they're not even predicting. It's not even fiction at this point. They're just looking at a point on the map. They're looking at, okay, the world is messed up as fuck, and let's just do that, and let's just put it in a game. Let's just put it in our game. Let's just put current events in our game because it's a real life Call of Duty lobby out there. Is that a little bit too insensitive? Isn't that bordering on not fiction or exploitation? Personally, probably I think not. Okay, because you should be able to make fiction even when the world is bad, right? Even when the world is chaotic, you can make entertainment. You can make entertaining things. Okay, about the actual trailer itself. It's very dark. It's bleak. It's not at all like Advanced Warfare or the previous newer Black Ops, like Black Ops 3, if you remember that one. You were jumping all over the place, climbing on walls. There's none of that here. Actually, the developers are saying that they're removing the bloom from the guns. So wherever you shoot, you actually shoot there. It's supposed to be a more realistic game, and that's what the trailer shows. No more jumping around, no more flying anymore. None of that. And that's a good thing. Fans have been wanting that since forever. And it's good to see that the Call of Duty games are becoming more and more grounded. You don't have just endless abilities. You don't have to shoot at a guy in the sky. None of that horizontal movement. It's just vertical, like an actual combat. And that's like a good development, more classic. And then in the trailer, when you're seeing all the parachutes, man, you're seeing parachutes falling from the sky. First of all, you got North Korea, and then you have a South Korean setting, and it's in South Korea, and the cities look very, just the way that South Korea looks, like Seoul, the way it is. And it's impressive. It's impressive when you look at a trailer for a thing and you're like, yeah, this looks decent. This actually looks decent. It looks like a decent game. That's not the thing, though. That's not the thing. Is it controversial? Is it provocative? Yeah, it is. It's provocative. Could it actually contribute to rising tensions? Because, mind you, North Korea has not been depicted in media very much. It's very difficult to find a movie depicting North Korea as North Korea. And this is one of the only like mainstream huge depictions that you're gonna get in recent times of North Korea. Millions of people playing the game, So, the more that you depict certain countries and maybe vilify them or show them in a certain light, and they get pissed off, and then there's like a influence there that happens internationally with the different countries. We had, the same thing with, I'm not even going to get into that, but it's a very good thing that we're actually moving away from constant Call of Duty, Taliban, those sorts of conflicts that we've seen throughout every game, basically just fighting terrorists over and over and over again. That's something that whenever I see a Call of Duty game do that, I'm like, again with it's just the aesthetics of it. Playing in that sort of setting is just not interesting anymore. It's overdone. The characters are overdone, and it doesn't look good. So finally, it's interesting to have a setting that you've never had before. I think this game is going to age well, probably not age well, but people are gonna buy it. They're gonna play it, and it's something new, it's innovative, it's something fresh, it looks fresh, and it actually shows, or at least I hope the trailer shows like the actual gameplay in terms of like, I hope the gameplay is going to be like the trailer, if you know what I'm saying. I hope that it's going to be something similar, because the war is not a good thing. Did you know that war bad? Did you know that? Yeah, but it's not a pleasant thing. It's not an attractive thing. So I want less of the dopamine Fortnite dances, the colorful schematics, I want it to be less pleasurable, but still enjoyable, if you know what I'm saying. Like that scene with the parachutes, the troopers going down. There's mud everywhere. It's terrifying. More of that. More of that. Please, more of that. Don't just let the trailer show something and then the gameplay be something completely different. Whenever I used to watch Call of Duty trailers and it was just AC/DC playing in the background, or like a rock band, and this is so cool, dude. It's like a recruitment video. No, don't do that. Don't do it. It's very disingenuous and very overhyped. And this trailer was a lot less overhyped in that sort of way. It's just like, it's a battle. It's a battlefield. It's combat. This is what it is, and play it. And that's how it should be. Just the way that it looks should be completely normal, not too much jumping around, and your character should be a regular soldier. And that's what this looked like. So it's a welcome change. It looked good, but it's still very controversial, because it's banking off of an actual conflict that's building up and that's bubbling up right now. And yeah, it does hit way too close to home. It's never been this close to home as it is right here. But at the same time, we shouldn't be policing our media and being just very careful all the time, just because the world is messed up and it's becoming more and more messed up. but it's an interesting setting. But I think they could have waited a few years, or they could have waited for peaceful times, but they're not going to do that. They have to profit. But that is the trailer, and let me know, are you going to play this? It looks different from the other trailers, and it looks promising. What do you think? At the same time, it's just an early trailer. It's very difficult to see what it is. The gameplay could just be completely something else, just completely wreck everything. Usually the trailers, the first trailer that gets you hyped up for these is the best one. And then after that, it just progressively becomes worse and worse. But it's going to be interesting to watch. Is this going to be playable or not? Let me know in the comments below. And yeah, Call of Duty in North Korea, I guess. Interesting. Bye.